So there's a few YouTubers right now that have been talking about pendulums. Nim making a very good video about it that I would recommend of you guys to go check out. And I've slightly talked about how I don't like them before and things about that nature, but I haven't really talked about why I don't like them. And I'm not going to go into everybody else's videos because they've all pretty much covered a lot of things I want to say, but I'm pretty much explaining why I don't really play those decks on my channel. People always ask, oh, you're not playing top tier because you think you're a budget player and you're bad at the game, blah, 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 blah. No, it's not how it is at all. If you actually go back to my channel, I used to play meta decks quite often. Like, I'm talking back when like Evil Swarm was like still considered like top 8 decks to play and things of that nature. The reason why I'm not playing them anymore is because a lot of the main decks have to deal with pendulums and I don't like them. I don't like the mechanics of them. I think pendulums are bad for the game, blah blah blah. Every other YouTuber's talked about this. But, I mean, I have gotten, like, instant messages, or not instant messages, what is this, 2005? I've gotten DMs and shit saying, and I've also gotten messages on my channel, and I think other YouTubers have probably thought too, oh, he's just bad at the game, he's just all new player, he doesn't want to play the new decks. I'm like, no, man, not at all. I would love to play the new decks, but a lot of them just aren't what... Okay, so... when a new deck is released, or, I mean, not a new deck, rather, let's just go back previous formats, it doesn't have to be a specific format. When there's top decks, I'm not a fan of all of them, and that's just how some players are. Some people aren't a fan of all of them. But I would play a few that tickle that fancy of mine. But now, the few decks that I don't like are not pendulum-based, and then the other ones that are top tier that aren't pendulum based I don't like, and then the rest are pendulum. So there's not really, like, I'm not a fan of Necros. Like, I'm just not. Like, I don't know what it was. I do like the idea. I like the concept of making rituals a thing again. Like a much more improved version of Kishkis. But at the same time, like, that's just, it was cool, but it's not really what I wasn't interested. The deck itself wasn't interesting to me. I did like Fright Furs, but they're still not, like, necessarily, like, meta. By any means. And Shadow, I did enjoy, and I did play some Shadows for a while back then. But they're not like the new decks. They're not the top of the top, they're not the tier. And I feel like pendulums just ruined an interest in the game too, to not just myself, but other people, simply because people like me. So you want to play top tier, but you're not a fan of the non-pendulum decks, and then that leaves you with the pendulum decks, and you don't really like playing those, and you don't really like the mechanics of them as it is. So, it's not that I don't know how to play pendulums, even though I'm still not that great at them, because I don't play them often, because, like I said, I'm not a fan of the mechanic. It makes you not want to play meta at all, so that's why I play like a Saki deck, like Chaos Sworn, which for some people still don't understand. No, my Chaos Sworn is not the same as Chaos Dragons. Well, no, to a degree it's similar, but it's not the same. But the reason why I play that is because when I go against meta decks, while I still lose, and it's definitely not something I would consider, like, expecting me to top 8 with at, like, a YCS or anything, even though you never know, sometimes decks do things, but I would not expect it. But I play that because that's, like, the most consistency deck that I can win and that I'm familiar with that is non-pendulum based and isn't a deck that I'm not a fan of, so... But that's just, like, an example. Like I said, I still enjoy Shadows, I still enjoy Fright Fur, I enjoy the other decks that are newer that aren't necessarily pendulum-based, but that's just the route that Konami's going. I mean, more and more archetypes are going to start coming out, and they're all going to keep being more pendulum-based because that's a mechanic they are trying to push onto the game, which makes me, as myself, a person who's not a fan of pendulums, lose interest in this game, which is just a hard thing for YouTube. Like, you have to retain interest in this game if you want to YouTube about the game. I mean, right now you're watching me playing Halo simply because I just didn't have, like, the footage or not even have the time, the patience rather, to try to find another DevPro game with a deck that everybody's already seen 100 times. Like, I don't want to post a deck that everybody's seen, like, because everybody's fucking seen it. And, like, when Magicians came out, I was having fun with that, the new Dark Magician sport, because nobody had it, but then you get on DevPro, fucking everybody's playing it. So, like, it just slowly gets really minute, and it really just makes you not want to be a part of this game at all at times, but hey, what can you do? I mean, yeah. So, though this discussion of, or rant, or whatever you want to say, me talking, didn't really have much substance, it was basically me explaining why why Pendulum specifically, not necessarily why just meta. When Konami or whatever starts making decks for the TCG that are much more meta, and a lot more of them that are not Pendulum based, you will see me play more of them. Guaranteed, hands down, I will pick them up, play them right away. But I don't know how much, well, I mean, if there's one that fancies me, like I said, not every single deck that's going to be non-Pendulum based will click with me. I don't know if I'm the only one like that, but some decks you have to like feel like, oh wow, I like the way this flows, and you have to feel interested to play it. Which not every deck does to me, and that's the same with even non-anti-meta decks, just like, I mean not anti-meta, with just lower tier decks. I don't play some of the lower tier that some people enjoy because it just doesn't resonate me in the same way, and that's the same with top tier. So, maybe one day Konami will, you know, make me feel better. Not banking on it. Not banking on it anytime soon. But, I'm still gonna play. I mean, new shit always comes out. And new shit always replaces the old shit. It's just how it is. I mean, 2 years ago, the game was much differently than what the game is now. So, I mean, you never know what is gonna come out. You never know how the format's gonna be. One day it might be real gay, and then one day it might be real awesome. But hey, that's just me. Let me know down below. And I'll see you later, guys. Peace out.